How much money do you think like is gonna be enough for them to stay here? And if you don't mind, can you share like how much money do you make?
I make a bit more than
Oh.
have kind of like plan B for
Plan
that.
B.
It's about money and it's also about the work and to be brave to do this first.
Brave, yeah, be brave.
It's really worth it.
안녕하세요, 디지털노마드 다나입니다. 저는 지금 발리에 있고요. 지금 발리에 어디 갈 때마다 디지털노마드가 진짜 많은 거예요. 그래서 제가 오늘 이따가 짐에 가는데 한 분을 아무나 잡아가지고 인터뷰를 좀 해보려고 합니다. 저뿐만 아니라 이제 다른 분들이 진짜 많아요. 발리가 요즘에 디지털노마드 성지로 완전 유명해져가지고 근데 박스에 저처럼 이렇게 오래 거주하시면서 운동하시는 분들 진짜 많아요. 제가 오늘 가서 사람들 잘 모르거든요. 그래서 아무나 한 분 붙잡아서 너 무슨 일 하니 여기서? 너 돈 어떻게 벌고 있니? 좀 팁 좀 공유해라. 이런 짓을 조금 해보려고 합니다. 일단 운동하러 갔다 올게요. 뒤 너무 예쁘다. 지금 해가 지고 있어요. 이런 천이 어딜 가나 있더라고요. 요 가방, 발리 가방 진짜 많이 받고 이런 천도 그냥 들고 다니면서 항상 판매하시고 처음으로 사고 싶은 거 발견. 약간 키링 같은 거 같아요. 제가 거북이 좋아해가지고 얼마인지 물어볼까요? 15,000원이래요. 무슨 15,000원이요. 거북이 때 발견.
Okay.
아니 이게 10,000원이래요. 진짜. 아니 물론 흥정은 하겠지만 너무 말도 안 돼 비싸요 이게. 갑자기 화가 나가지고.
A few minutes later.
Thank you. You ready? Put it here. Okay, let's get started.
Yeah, my name is Zhenya. I'm 36 and I'm from Ukraine. And I have been living in Bali for 2.5 years.
What do you do for a living?
Yeah, I'm working in IT company, basically the biggest office in Ukraine, but my company is from Israel and the project is from Estonia. We have offices in different countries in Europe. It's a gambling company, so we do the product for land-based casinos.
How is it working remotely?
First time when I just started, it was super hard. The time I still was in Ukraine. And I felt a lot of this anxiety because I get used to be among different people. While seeing other people working, it motivates you as well. But when I had to be at home, it was so confusing because I don't have this outer control, which helped me to be motivated before. And I had to find it in myself.
Oh.
And it took me a while. I remember I started drinking a lot of coffee. Then I moved to doing some breathing exercises. Then moved to doing yoga, just to be able to focus and to do work at home. But now I cannot imagine I'm going back to office. It's hard for me to think about that.
What are your working hours like? Your daily schedules?
Basically, it's supposed to be 9 to 6.
Oh, it's 9 to 6.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's by Ukrainian time. So we have 5-hour difference. So I'm working from 2 to 11.
2 to 11.
Yeah.
Like, how did you get a remote job?
It was just normal. We had to go to office, but when the COVID started, everyone was moved. Who was forced to move?
Because of the COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now the company trying to get people back, but it's
They never go.
Some people really like to be in an office, and they still keep doing this. Even now during the war, they still keep going to the office. But most of people they don't want to go back.
So they still work from home.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
How many times do you communicate with your coworkers?
I actually have a lot of calls. We have 4 mandatory meetings per day.
Per day?
Yeah. Each
Wow.
of them.
It's like a
calls.
briefing your work
Yeah.
and what to do.
Yeah. Mostly we're
Yeah.
saying what we're gonna do, and what we did yesterday and what we're gonna do today. Something like this.
Okay.
And beside that, some could be like different number of calls during the work. So I spend quite a lot of times talking with people for my data.
Do you like Bali? Is it okay to work here, like
Yeah,
as a digital nomad?
It was a bit hard to work these hours from 3 to 12, but at the same time, it's really nice opportunity to do some activities in the morning time.
In the morning.
Because there are like so many things in Bali. You can choose anything you want.
Even you do dance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically anything, even dance. Everything that you can, anything that you want, you can find here.
Can you share like how much do you pay for rent?
I pay about $500 USD per month, which include everything like electricity, water, but it's a guest house room, so I have cleaning. I don't know how many times per week, but if I need extra, I just tell them and they do.
Just so you don't have to clean it.
Yeah.
What's the biggest misconception people have about being a digital nomad?
I often heard that people think that if you're a digital nomad, that means you're always moving from one country to
Oh, yeah,
another.
that's true.
Like always
Right.
on the way. I just want to settle in one place.
Yeah, you stay here for 2.5 years.
I get more and more stuff here, so it's harder. It became harder and harder for me to move to another country. For IT, it really depending on the internet.
That's true.
Some places, even in Bali, if you go to some other city, the internet may be really bad.
Is it okay? Like at your house?
At my place, yes. I was asking the owner of the place to change to another provider, and finally she did it.
Oh, then lots of people worry about their finance. How much money do you think like is gonna be enough for them to stay here? And if you don't mind, can you share like how much money do you make?
I make a bit more than 3,000 USD. I think it's hard to say exactly because it depends on the way of your living.
That's
Let's
true,
say, on my experience, the rent will cost 500. It could be cheaper. It could be almost twice cheaper. The food you can eat in the restaurant, you can cook. Either
Yes.
you can eat in local places. Local places quite cheap, but for me, it's hard to eat because my stomach is not that good.
Yeah.
Here there are supermarkets which are quite expensive, and you can buy fruits and vegetables maybe twice cheaper. And visa costs around $300-400 per year. I spend around $70 per month for insurance. For foreigners, hospitals are super expensive.
Okay.
So you can pay more than $100 per visit just to do the checkup. Maybe rent a bike. Rent a bike, it depends on the bike, from $70 to $150.
Did you rent your bike?
No, I bought it here.
Oh, you bought it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, this is the last question. Many people dream of a digital nomad. So, you have any advice for aspiring digital nomads?
I think the most important is to plan what you're gonna do some research as much as you can about where you're gonna stay, the prices to understand if you're able to do it financially. I think the best advice is always respect the local culture. You are always foreigner there. I mean, you're outsider, and you don't have the right to feel yourself at home and judge about their culture.
Yeah, true.
So I saw a lot of cases here when the foreigners, they disrespect the
their
Balinese
culture.
culture. But yeah, most important is to understand if you are able to do this financially. If you're gonna move from one place to another, it takes quite a lot of money. You have to be always ready for something goes wrong. So you have to have kind of like plan B for
Plan
that.
B, yeah.
It's about money and it's also about the work and to be brave to do this first.
Brave, yeah, be brave.
It's really worth it.
Thank you for joining the interview.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.